Don't look at the pimple I just broke open. That's, hey, get away from that. Hello, Chaos Gang, and welcome back to my bullshit. My name is Sybil, and today I'm here alone. If you want any of Ali or I's socials, they will be down in the description and below. So today I wanted to do more of a lighthearted video again. What we will be doing is reacting to some queer TikToks. All I did was go on TikTok and search queer TikTok, and I found some videos that I thought were pretty funny, that you might think are funny. Oh, I should mention some of these audios I'm either gonna kind of like change up or completely change, just so this video doesn't get copyrighted.
I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my G boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my OG boy.
Day we hustle, but the night we
OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my G boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my G boy.
day we hustle, but the night
Boys by my
Okay, this one I thought was funny because like, it's so true in the sense of like, honestly, when I cut all my hair off and I started dressing how I wanted to, I thought like there was no way in hell any man was gonna like ever hit on me. No, every single fucking time I go to a bar, even if I'm with Ali, like even if like we're holding hands or we give each other a smooch or we literally meet people and we're like, oh yeah, this is my girlfriend, we're girlfriends, I will still have men continuously try to hit on me. Like without fail, almost every time I go out, this shit happens. One time my friend Brooklyn and I, they used to be very mask presenting at the time. We went out to a club a couple years ago and these two guys were hitting on both of us and tried to invite us back to a party. And so we pretended to be girlfriends and they still were so persistent. Or I went to a bar, I wanna say like 6 or so months ago for a friend's birthday. And I straight up told this guy I had a girlfriend and he still did not leave me alone. And then it also happened at a bar when Ali and I went out a couple months ago where this guy, once again, knew Ali was my girlfriend, was literally there with me, had met Ali, and still hit on me. But I just think it's funny because I think a lot of people think that once you start looking more masculine, like men just will leave you alone, and it's just not the case. I'll also occasionally get like homophobic men in my comments who will like come after my appearance and say that they're not attracted to me and that no man would ever want me, which is one, not true because what we just went over, but second of all, like, what makes you think that you are my target audience? What makes you think that I want you? God. You cut your hair, you start dressing mask, and you think that men will leave you alone, and they don't. Come on, you cannot tell me those aren't anal beads. You cannot tell me this man didn't just heat up anal beads. What else is that? A hair wand? Sure. It's like when you go to Walmart or something and they have like the giant back massagers that are clearly just those thick big boy vibrators. Oh yeah, sure, you're gonna massage your shoulder, Janice. Got it. All I'm imagining is that thing like heated up and somebody mistaking it for anal beads. I'm gonna stop there. Oh my god, you know how that last video was like me crying at wholesome things? I almost cried when I saw that one. It must be so scary to have a job where you are in charge of people's children, but also being aware that some of these parents are probably very homophobic, very transphobic, have taught their kids very horrible things already. And even if like the parents aren't homophobic or transphobic and talking down on queer people, you know that most cis straight parents aren't having conversations with their children about queer people. I'm not saying all, but most parents probably aren't having those conversations. So I can't imagine how rough and terrible it must be to work in a job where you're probably misgendered constantly and consistently, and it probably feels like you can't do much. Like it must feel so nice when one of these kids like latches onto it or learns and is accepting. Not even accepting, but like understands. Like I don't know what age this person teaches, but unless it's high school, like I just assume most kids aren't really educated on a topic such as this. So that's really, really cool. That video made me almost wholesome cry. Very sweet.
Anyway, so
I've had that happen to me a couple times. Usually online, but I've had it happen once in real life. It was just relatable. They were all very nice when I explained to them that I am not a gay man. So that's great. I just thought that was funny and relatable. I think I actually have made a TikTok about this situation probably like 2 years ago.
dumb, she's a lesbian.
This is my boyfriend Derek. This is Derek's boyfriend Ben. Wait, sorry, what's the situation? Derek is gay, but he's straight for me, but he's gay for Ben, and Ben's really gay for Derek. And I hate Ben.
It's not that complicated.
Oh my god, that's the fucking perfect use of that Parks and Rec audio. And I hate Ben. Oh, I'm sure they don't actually hate each other. I just thought that was really funny. That was really cute. I'm hoping these are giving you the giggles they gave me.
Hi, hello, do you see our friend over there, the one in the pink?
Yeah, I see her.
Yeah, she wants you to stop staring at her or she's gonna call the cops.
I've thought about this so many times. Like when I was single, before Ali and I met, obviously, I'd be out in public and I'd see somebody that I thought was attractive, and like you do that thing where you just kind of like look and you're trying to process and you're trying to figure it out in your head, and all of a sudden you catch yourself being creepy. You catch yourself staring at them and you're like, oh, they probably think I'm staring at them in like a sexualizing way, that I'm being creepy, when in reality I'm just like gauging my chances of what will happen if I go up to say hi. You know what I mean? Because like there's the chance that they're straight. Okay, let's say that happens. Like there's the thing where you could walk up to them and show them that you're interested and they could be like, I'm straight. And then you break that down further and you're like, are they gonna be one of those straight people that are like, oh, I'm straight, like no thank you? Or are they gonna be like, ew, I'm fucking straight, what the fuck is wrong with you, you disgusting fucking... Not gonna say the D slur because I don't want to get demonetized, but you know what I mean? So that's scary enough in itself. And then if they are queer in some sense, are they even interested back? Like then you go to the regular person thing of like, oh, if I go up to this person, are they gonna like find me attractive, or are they gonna be interested in talking to me? You know what I mean? So there's just like that regular mentality when going up to them. And then every time it just ends with me like never going up and talking to anyone, because by the time I've broken down all these situations in my head, I've either psyched myself out or I recognize that I just look creepy and stop and like I'm like, oh god, I have to move on now. Like that was weird. I probably look so scary. Ali and I met online. If you're wondering how I did get my future wife.
Good afternoon. My name is Russell, and I am a wilderness explorer in Tribe 54.
Do you ever see a video and you're just like, what a perfect use for an audio? Like, how did you think of it? How did you come up with it? Okay, Picasso, I like it. The brilliance. I'll be a jungle explorer any day. I'll tell you that much. I'll explore a jungle whenever there's a jungle presented. Nope, that came out wrong. Cause like there's only one jungle I'm exploring, but sometimes it's barren, like it just depends on the week. I'm gonna stop talking before I get... I'm gonna stop talking.
Things I actually thought before I realized I was a Ladala being part-free. I don't care to marry a man or have kids. I just want to live in a house with my bestie and pets. I just gotta be with a woman one time to get it out of my system. Then I can go back to dating men.
To get it out of your system. I love when people say that, because I've heard this before where people were like, yeah, I literally thought I was straight even though I wanted to sleep with a woman because I just kept thinking about it and was like, oh, if I do it once, like I won't want to do it again. The thought process. Like I know it's denial. Like I totally understand that. It's so funny to like look back on those situations I bet. Because it's like, you really thought you were gonna sleep with the person that you're really attracted to and actually genuinely like interested in, and it was just gonna like get it out of your system. Is it gonna get it out of your system, or is it gonna make you realize how badly you want it to happen consistently? Clearly, consistently.
Sometimes I get so nervous around women I think are attractive and cool. Because I just really want to be their friend. I call it a friendship crush. Every girl thinks other girls are hot because that's just obvious.
I think the friendship crush thing is like just so relatable, because when I was younger, before I had even ever heard the word gay or knew what that meant, like I'm talking like 11, I'd have all my friends starting to like develop boy crushes and, you know, holding hands while going to play tetherball and stuff like that. And I remember being like, why would I do that when I just want to hang out with my girl besties? And looking back, like you might be like, oh, that makes sense. Like you're 11, you probably just want to have friendship and stuff like that. But as you're developing like 11, 12, 13, like these are the ages where you start developing crushes, and the concept of dating like starts to enter your mind. Not for everybody, obviously, but in my experiences and from the people I know's experiences. That's around the time where we started to have like playground dates, you know, which literally just meant eating lunch together. But I always remember thinking like 11, 12, 13, I would always much rather just have like these playground dates with my best friends. And I saw South of Nowhere when I was about 12, almost 13, and it showed me like what being gay was, and I was like, oh my god, no, that's me. That's like how I'm feeling. And then I ended up coming out when I was 13 because it was just accurate. Because like when you're a kid, you grow up with a ton of like heterosexual representation, I guess. I don't know a better way to put it. But you grow up with heterosexuality being like all you see and I assume most of our experiences. And so even from like ages 8, 9, 10, like all even younger ages, you know that that's how it's supposed to go. And then once you start hitting those dating ages or like those playground date ages where people are developing crushes and it's not clicking for you, but it's clicking elsewhere, it's really hard to understand what that means. At least for me, it was hard to understand what that meant until I finally saw queer representation that made me go, oh, that's what's happening to me. And I remember it being just a very freeing, fantastic experience to understand why I wasn't clicking in the way all of my friends were. So I just think the friendship crush thing is like funny and relatable. Whether that's you're an older queer person coming to terms with your sexuality or very, very young like me where you're coming to terms with dating and sexuality just in general as a whole. But yeah, I just thought that it was funny. As far as like the girls, like everybody finds girls attractive, I feel like that's true, right? Like, is that just a lesbian thing of me to say? Is that just a queer thing of me to say right now? I genuinely thought everybody just thought girls were gorgeous. Like not necessarily like attraction, because attraction is more, you know, like you're attracted to somebody versus like seeing another girl and being like, oh, she's really gorgeous. Like I can do that with men. I can look at a man and be like, that's a good looking guy. Like I could see how other people would find attraction towards him. Like I cannot believe that there's people in this world that wouldn't find women attractive, even if it's not like attraction. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just the fucking lesbian. Okay, I think I saved one more.
With you, I can be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are so clear.
It's so true. It's just so true. The compilation type vibe. I remember there was this show that I watched, can't remember what it's called right now, but the girl like coming to terms with her sexuality, she like went into her room and she like whittled her willy, you know, to like a picture of a girl, in front of a girl or something like that. And then a couple episodes later, she went into her room and like tore down all her boy band posters and put up like hot girl rocker posters, and then she pierced her nose. Like she didn't do the hair cutting, she pierced her nose in the mirror like at home with an earring. It's just so funny to me. There always has to be that big compilation of like and then proceeding to just be as fucking gay as possible. Although I definitely did look up girls kissing girls when I was younger. But more so, I would look up compilations of lesbians from TV shows, like kiss compilations on YouTube. And I did end up cutting my hair, so. You know, sometimes you fit the stereotype, sometimes you don't. For me, I often fit the stereotype. I can't lie. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, if you want any of Allie or I's socials, they'll be down in the description below. I think Allie's almost sold out of their tarot readings, so by the time I upload this, they might be sold out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and do you want to see something really cool? If I take this beige vanilla Coca-Cola, I don't know why they changed the vanilla Coca-Cola cans to look like this. I'm very confused. If I put it against the camera, it looks like I said, bye.
Touch the subscribe button, baby. Touch the subscribe button, baby.